Devontae Heiner is live on the scene as the saga continues with the Valley Boys. This time, the JCNP weighs in on it. The details straight ahead.
Plus, the Minister of Health gives the rundown on PMH and the goals of his ministry. Stay close.
And the PLP celebrates its third anniversary in governance. What is its record like?
And coming up in sports, local softball championships start tonight, or will they?
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall.
And I'm LaDawn Davis. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
And amazing first night, LaDawn.
Yes, I'm excited about tonight's show. Our positive feedback yesterday, and I'm sure we're going to have a great show this evening.
Good stuff. Let's get straight into news. And here's how we start things off. The JCNP calling a presser late this afternoon to address the ongoing saga of the Valley Boys. Devontae Heiner is live on the scene. Let's get the latest on this situation. Devontae?
It's case closed here today as the JCNP reaffirmed its position that the Valley Boys, led by Brian Adderley, will go down as the group that will represent the group as in the A division. Of course, the Valley Boys, led by Trevor Davis, will go down as a fun category. And the JCNP making clear today that they're not making that decision because they're siding with either the factions. Dion Miller, the chairman of the JCNP, said that that decision was solely made off of the rules. According to the statement that was made today here, the group led by Trevor Davis did not apply for membership in the JCNP, and the Junk Canoe Parade registration application submitted on behalf of that group was rejected by the JCNP as it was outside of the deadline. Now, of course, this spot has been going on for over 2 years, and of course, it just came to light within the last few months here, where we saw Trevor Davis said that he registered the group as an NPO first, with the Registrar General's Department, and also we saw where the world-famous Valley Boys would have registered the group after that. There's been reports that the world-famous Valley Boys did not get that name, and that registration was rescinded. Of course, the Dion Miller and the JCNP, as well as their legal counsel, Kyle Quincy Parker, said that they cannot confirm that. And of course, at this time, they say that this is behind them, and what they're going to do is focus now on ensuring that they have the best possible parade going into the 2024-2025 Junk Canoe season. And one of the top issues that they're going to address is ensuring that they can find more seats for people, even though they said that Junk Canoe has outgrown Bay Street. But of course, another point that was discussed today was the fact that Trevor Davis seemingly got $30,000 as a fund group, which raised the eyebrows of some Junk Canoers and even the JCNP itself. And they did say that this decision fell out of the jurisdiction of the government. And again, they made clear that the JCNP did what they had to do, that is, according to the rules of that organization. We'll have more on this story in a later report in the Bahamas Tonight at 11. LaDawn Makushla, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Devontae.
Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Devontae. Some good live reporting there. Well, the health minister is tonight touting the success of his ministry's quest to reform health care in this country. Topping that list of progress is work to begin on a new hospital right here in the capital. Danielle Dean was at the ministry's administrative conclave with the story.
Preparations underway for the country's $290 million specialty hospital intended to cater to the needs of women and children, according to Health and Wellness Minister, the Honourable Dr. Michael Darville.
I encourage anyone to go to the site, and you will see the high part of the site. The elevation is somewhere between 17 feet. I assure the Bahamian people that sewage and flooding mitigation will be an integral part of the construction. Well, you know, I don't want to give an exact date with when we would break ground, but if you were to look at the feasibility study, you would see that the responsibility of the government is to prepare the land for the construction process.
With the Progressive Liberal Party marking its 3-year anniversary in office since the 2021 election, Darville shared his belief that according to his administration's blueprint for change, the Ministry of Health is on track to fulfill all promises made to the Bahamian public.
We are on target to deliver what we say we would deliver in this term in office. We are at the 3-year point. I still have 2 years. As you can see, I have a conclave now where I'm addressing the need to improve quality healthcare services, as well as to provide better medical outcomes for Bahamians who utilize the public healthcare system.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Now, yesterday, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, maintained there is much to be done in the country, but said he was pleased with where the country is 3 years after being elected to office. The Davis administration won the 2021 election 32-7, pledging to rebuild, recover, and revolutionize the Bahamas. That was still grappling with the loss dealt by Hurricane Dorian and the COVID-19 pandemic. He says his goal is to ensure the economic stability and safety of Bahamians everywhere.
And immediately, we rolled up our sleeves and we went into recovery mode. Now, recovery was not the final destination because, in my view, and having observed what's been happening over the many years for the Bahamas, that was not the final destination because we recognize that over the past several years, Bahamians were still being left behind, even though the economy was sometimes good, sometimes bad, but it was still not working for all Bahamians.
Meantime, the leader of the opposition, Michael Pintar, told reporters during a press conference that the Free National Movement is not satisfied with the work of the Progressive Liberal Party, arguing there's not much to be proud of. This as he revealed the party is already on their way to election.
Not only the rest of Bahamians, but PLPs, who we are concerned about, cannot celebrate 3 years later because there's very little to celebrate. The wages of Bahamians are tight. Some would say dead tight. Their cost of living is up. Some would say way up. And their sense of optimism about the future is down. Many would say way down. They've not made doing business easier in this country.
And still to come, Deandra Dean is ready to tell us about her new Bahamian coloring book.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight. Access now.
Once I had a girl, she called me pain. Left me in the cold and pouring rain. So I decided to put her down. I took a trip to Point Town.
You've got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rent-A-Kill Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rent-A-Kill Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rent-A-Kill Initial.
Fuel the difference. Ruby's Ultra Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tank and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At JS Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
And you're looking at a key just off Saudis Beach in New Province. Beautiful scenery here. Absolutely gorgeous, as a matter of fact. And the storm ravaged out. The storm-ravaged island of Abaco making a big recovery following the 2019 devastation of Hurricane Dorian. Member of Parliament for Central and South Abaco, John Pinder, telling Access Now that recovery has been great and the island is on its way back. Now, Pinder.
Abaco is doing very well, particularly in Central and South Abaco, which is the economic powerhouse of Abaco. We had a really good tourism season, and we're looking forward to even a stronger tourism season upcoming. As most would know now, today, by this time of year, is off-season, where a lot of the restaurants, resorts, and marinas, they do some minor repairs and get things in order for the influx of the upcoming tourist season. But in terms of economy, Abaco is booming. It is really coming back with a great stride.
All right, so there you go. And Pinder is also a parliamentary secretary for tourism. He's excited about the high numbers that this sector has seen for Abaco and what it means now for the island's future.
This year so far is over 13% from last year, and this upcoming tourist season looks to be even better. As I speak with the marinas and the hoteliers, they are telling me that the bookings are strong. So we're looking for a very positive year in Abaco, and the ongoing reconstruction from Dorian is going quite well. Some communities are a bit further along than others, but that's to be expected, and other we can do great things. So looking forward to continuing strong economy, and very happy to see Treasury Key finally sold, and that is an integral part of Abaco's tourism economy.
All right, thanks a lot. Now, Deandra Dean is in studio tonight, and I hope that the kiddies are up as she's created a Bahamian coloring book just for them. Deandra, welcome to the Bahamas tonight as we go over to LaDawn Davis, who's standing by with just that young lady.
I know your tongue is a bit tied, Marcellus, but that's all right. Deandra Dean is here on the Bahamas Tonight Access Now. Deandra, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, LaDawn.
Talk to us a little bit about who you are and the inspiration behind, I guess, putting this Bahamian coloring book together.
Okay, well, I am Deandra Dean. I am an educator with over a decade of experience, a mother of 3, and now the author of Discover the Bahamas, Colorful Pages of Bahamian Pride. So I was inspired to create the book because my daughter needed a coloring book for school. And I wanted her to have something that she could connect with a heritage, because I am, as an educator, I am an advocate for having Bahamian content inside of the schools. And so I wanted her to be able to connect with her heritage, and so I couldn't find anything. So I decided to create this coloring book so that it would fulfill that gap that she needed.
And how long did it, I guess, take for you to put it all together?
Well, to be honest, it took the entire summer. So it is indeed a labor of love. And so, yeah, I'm very proud of the work, and she's excited about it. So
I know it's a pretty thick book. Talk to us a little bit about, or describe for our viewers some of the contents of what's inside the book.
Okay, well, again, as an educator, I know that she would have had to have been exposed to the national symbols. So that is included, as well as Bahamian currency. I know in terms of the dime and sorry, not the dime, that's the American term that we use, but in the schools we teach both the dime so that the children would know the value. And so I wanted her to be exposed to the Bahamian 10 cent. So you would have the currency as well as native fruits. We have some native animals in there, historical sites. So it's just Bahamian jam-packed.
And how were you able, I guess, to select or pick some of the images that's inside this book?
Well, I thought about everything that made us Bahamian. So, for example, our Bahamian soda is the Bahamas Gombe Punch. So that's one of the things that is in there, as well as the Nassau Cooper. So everything that just, and of course, John Canoe, how could I forget, right?
Yes.
So all of those things are in there for not only her, but for small children to connect with and just feel a part of their heritage.
I know based on the video that we're showing our viewers, how popular can you say that this book is? I know you haven't launched it just yet.
Not just yet.
But tell us how.
Okay, well, what happened when I showed the book to her teacher, it was rave review. She wanted to know how she could get a copy, and then I started to share with my educator friends, and they were like, you have to have mass copies for us, because they wanted to use it as a resource, as well as something that they could be able to put in the hands of children. So it's not as popular, but they've been making a lot of, they've been very excited about it, and so it's been a good response. And so I would definitely say it's something that is very exciting.
And I know after our broadcast this evening, you're probably going to get a few calls, or, to get, I guess, for parents to actually get this book. Are you interested in, I guess, putting it to the Nassau Cruise Port or in our schools, perhaps?
Most definitely. I would like to partner with the Ministry of Education to put Bahamian content inside of the schools, even the Tourism Board, and anyone who is an advocate for putting this type of content so that our future leaders are able to connect with their heritage. Because like John Dewey says, a famous educator, children learn by doing. And so I am definitely an advocate for that.
And then the big question, when are you going to officially launch your book?
Well, in a few weeks, we plan to have an official launch. And if you follow the Facebook page, Dreamers and Doers Publications, there will be updates for children to be able to interact with the book. Maybe some competitions would happen, because we want those pages to come to life. It is colorful pages of Bahamian pride, so we're really looking forward to that.
Deandra, it's so good to have you on the Bahamas Tonight Access Now. It's always a pleasure, and we hope to hear back from you soon.
Thank you so much, LaDawn.
Well, we're going to go to the break, but just before we go to that break, Marcellus has a look at what's coming up in sports.
All right, thanks, LaDawn. Well, coming up in sports for tonight, Anton Richardson continues to do some good things from the baseball standpoint. Details ahead in sports.
We're all united together in our efforts to grow agriculture in the Bahamas and to achieve what we have determined to be our vision of 25 by 25, which simply reflects the fact and the initiatives we have in place to try to reduce our food import by 25% by the year 2025.
We're also proud of ourselves as a visionary nation, as a visionary people. President Xi Jinping is also regarded as a visionary and insightful world leader. We also set habits for ourselves.
Well, welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. The old saying goes sooner or later. Well, for the New Providence Softball Association, it's been more about the later. That's because they've been trying to start their New Providence Softball Association men's and ladies championships since last week. Mother Nature, though, has had different ideas. Rain has caused the start of those playoffs and championships to be pushed back continuously, including tonight, where they were supposed to have the ladies game at 7:30 and then the men following right after. Right now, the New Providence Softball Association is hopeful that they'll be able to get those championship series started on Thursday. Of course, that is weather permitting. We'll see Mother Nature. She's been very fickle as of late. Shifting to baseball, where former Major League Baseball player turned coach Anton Richardson continues to have an impact on the sport. Richardson has been a mainstay as the first base coach for the New York Mets. They're currently in a fight for the spot in the upcoming Major League Baseball playoffs. Our Amazon knows we'll have the full story as we hear from Richardson himself in our 11 o'clock newscast. And that's it. Your check on sports for you here on this Tuesday, our Tuesday weather forecast is just ahead. Stay with us.
We have more than anyone else. We are the most. We are news leaders, and credibility is the order of the day.
Why don't you come to the most? Only the Sun can cover you better than our new digital product with exclusive stories and entertaining content.
We are the most. Community TV page and radio community announcements. The most viewers and listeners in the country.
We have the most years of Bahamian history recorded. There's no archive like ours.
I came back home to bring you even more news and local programming. We're simply the most, the new ZNS.
Hey everyone, it's your boy Vontae, and welcome back to another episode of The Drop.
2 minutes to airtime. I came back home to make sure you have the most in news and entertainment. We're simply the most.
And I came back home to make sure that you have the most in information, education, entertainment, and inspiration. We're simply the most. The new ZNS, where only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Clint Watson has been the trusted voice of journalism for over 2 decades. He is your first choice for hard-hitting discussions, your best choice for current affairs issues and investigative journalism. It's time to start the journey of relentless journalism. It's time to start the journey of facts over fiction. It's time for the Rundown with Clint Watson here on ZNS, where only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Hey, what's up, Mario?
Hey, Dale, what's going on?
Have you seen ZNS new digital platforms?
No. Let me go check it out.
Good day, Bahamas. I'm Devontae Hanna, and this is ZNS Digital,
where we cater to your news and entertainment needs. Are you a foodie? I thought so. Then look out for Digital Bites.
Shining a light on Bahamians and the good that they do, ZNS Digital is home to the sunshine.
Keeping up with the latest trends, our original content will keep you entertained.
Yeah, that's cool.
But have you seen the new website?
No, I didn't see it. Let me go look.
We're still your most trusted source for news and information.
That's ZNS Digital?
Yeah, that's ZNS Digital, the people station in your pocket.
It's time now for our Access Weather Forecast radar showing those showers that were dumped over the northwestern Central Islands are now moving offshore over the open waters, but there's another area just off the Florida coast heading towards Grand Bahama, West End in particular, so they will be experiencing some thunderstorms in a very short order. Outside of our studios, mostly cloudy, temperature 80 degrees, relative humidity 84%. We have northeast winds at 4 miles per hour. Your barometric pressure 1,014.0 millibars, that's 29.94 inches. And your temperatures around the islands, 76 in Marshall, Abaco, Greenville, Key, Freeport, Grand Bahama at 79, 80 degrees in the Berry Islands. Allenstown, Bimini at 85, over in Harbour Island, 82 degrees. Rock Sound, Eleuthera, 78. 79 in Fresh Creek, Central Andros, Camp Space on Andros at 82. Also Black Point, Exuma reporting 82 degrees. Picking up some 79s in Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey. Georgetown, Exuma a little warm at 83 degrees. 85 in Ragged Island, Clarence Island, Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Meguana, 84. Ackness, 84. Matchy, Nagua at 86. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 85 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by a live business where you're always protected during the worst storms. For the northwest and central islands through Thursday, light and variable winds once again with flat seas. High tide 7:59 this evening. Another high tide at 8:25 tomorrow morning. Now for the southeast Bahamas right into Thursday, the winds are going to be southeast at 10 to 15 knots and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do for your boat forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But we get right into our forecast. In the tropics, we have the remnants of Gordon, which is drifting towards the west. It will eventually turn towards the north, and some re-intensification is expected of that system. Another area we're looking at, and this will happen between the 27th and the 22nd. This area, we anticipate some kind of development taking place here, and we'll keep our eyes on that and keep you posted of its development. This will be the forecast track of the remnants of Gordon, re-intensifying, becoming a tropical storm once again on Thursday. The good news is it will remain out to sea. And our satellite pictures stirring all of that wet stuff now, moving towards the west, but another area over western Cuba that will be moving our way over the next 24 to 36 hours. Our forecast for tonight, partly to mostly cloudy and warm, a thunderstorm in parts of the area this evening, followed by periods of light rain. Tomorrow, a couple of morning showers, otherwise a considerable cloudiness with your high temperature getting up to 87 degrees. And the extended weather forecast, the wet stuff with us right through the week. So keep those umbrellas very handy to keep yourself protected from these rainstorms.
All right, good stuff there, Basil. Well, the clouds continue to come in. Looks like we're going to have that wet stuff going on for a little while longer.
But like I always say, the sun will have to come out at some point. And speaking of sunny, let's check in with our social media expert, Matea Cunningham, to find out what's trending.
Welcome to Access Now's social media segment, Let's Talk Socials. Whether you're into the latest memes or breaking influencer news, we've got your social media fix covered. Today, we're diving into the world of micro-influencers. But first, what exactly is an influencer? Influencers are folks who have a strong presence on social platforms like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, or Twitter, now known as X, and they often team up with brands to promote products, services, or causes. Now, hang with me here. There are 4 main types of influencers based on follower count: nano, micro, macro, and mega influencers. Lately, brands are shifting their focus from big-name celebrities and macro influencers to micro influencers. These are the creators with follower counts between 10,000 and 99,000. They're gaining traction because they usually have higher engagement rates and more genuine connections with their audience. Plus, micro-influencers are often more budget-friendly, making them an appealing option for businesses with smaller marketing budgets. What do you think? Are influencers with over 1 million followers losing their edge? Can anyone become an influencer and land brand collaborations? And are the big brands turning to micro-influencers for their authentic audiences, or just because they're more budget-friendly? We want to hear from you. Head over to our digital platform and cast your vote in our poll. Share your thoughts and let's talk. So, if you're an influencer looking to partner with high-end brands, now's your time to shine. I'm Matea Cunningham, and that's a wrap on Access Now's social media segment, Let's Talk Socials.
And what do you know, it is indeed a wrap. It's time for us to get on out of here, Ladonna.
It sure is, Marcellus. It was a great newscast this evening.
Well, stay close. The rundown is next with Clint Watson. Good night, everybody.